y'all got more review here. YouTube, hold on, let me swing this over. YouTube people. Alright, so I've got 2 different views here. This is gonna feel weird. Let me make sure my volume is up right here. Microphone access, volume up. Volume is up. Display is up. All right, so welcome to Sacred Sunday Reset, y'all. Let me back that up and start over. I have a script. Welcome to Urban Mystic TV. I'm on YouTube, but I'm also on Instagram. I'm Unique Divination, and this is our Sacred Sunday Reset. So I've been working on themes, right? So this is something kind of new. Y'all know I be everywhere. I don't really have themes, so I chose to start on Sunday, I'm sorry, and we're gonna do like a reset type of thing. Don't mind my nails. I just had an event. You have to see here, and I didn't take my nails off all the way. I was in Atlantic City. I got booked for Atlantic City, y'all. Had this grand opening for this lounge. So that was pretty cool. So don't mind the nails. So Sacred Sunday Reset. If you're joining me live or going to watch the replay, Spirit brought you here for a reason. Drop a dove in the chat if you're ready to release and receive. I want to see doves. This is our Sacred Sunday Reset, right? So I'm going to take a few minutes to kind of center ourselves with 3 cleansing breaths, right? We want to inhale, peace, exhale, pressure. Okay, so let's practice that right now. Inhale, peace, exhale, pressure. And then you want to do that again. Inhale, peace, exhale, pressure. So we'll take this little opportunity to kind of reset, right? And get our mind right. And so just remember that you don't have to fix everything right now. Just be, okay? So do a couple more of those breaths if you would like to. Inhaling, and you're going to inhale peace, and then you want to exhale pressure. All right? And today's affirmation that we're going to start with is as follows. I'm rooted in peace. I am aligned with purpose, and I'm open to divine flow. Okay, so that's going to be our affirmation for the week. This is our Sunday reset. Just to cap it, and we've done some breaths, right? And I just talked about the affirmation that we're going to use for the rest of the week, right? I'm going to state it again. I recommend also, I'm going to get better with recommending stuff, but if you are going to watch my lives or any replays, I recommend that you guys have a journal or something to write with. Let me Whoa. I'm not exposing nothing. So I have journals. I highly recommend you get a journal. If you click the link in my bio, you'll be able to purchase one. They come in different colors, and you can just write down your goals, manifestations. This one I've written in. This is the one that I personally use. It's brand new. I just started. You can see here. The light is not really letting us see, but yeah, this is a brand new one. Right? This is brand new. So click the link in my bio. You can go to my link tree, or you can go to Instagram, whatever. Click on shop and get your manifesting journal. All right. So again, get your journal and then make sure you write down the affirmation for this week. It's 7/13/2025. So for the whole week, we're going to be focusing on the affirmation, which is I am rooted in peace. I am aligned with purpose, and I'm open to divine flow. Okay. And let that sink in. Right. I'm rooted in peace. I'm aligned with purpose, and I'm open to divine flow. So we want to focus on maintaining peace in our life, right? And not be with the drama. I know sometimes drama come out, but we have to learn how to move through the drama. All right. And at this time, before I get into some cards, I want you to bring your awareness to something that you're grateful for, right? Speak it out loud, or you can type it in the chat. But definitely let's shine a light. You can also write it in your journal. Let's shine a light on the things that you're grateful for. If you want to just start with one basic thing, that's fine. But ultimately, let's highlight something that we're grateful for. All right, so gonna do an energy check-in. Let's see what the new week is gonna hold for us energetically, and let's go from there. I'm gonna pull 3 tarot cards, and this is for all signs. This is for everybody. This is for the collective. Okay, so I'm gonna pull 3 tarot cards, and then I have 3 oracle cards, and I'm gonna add to this message. All right. I should share this. Make sure y'all share this live also. I kind of got to get back in the habit of saying that. Share the live. Somebody might need this. Somebody might need it. I'm doing a reading. My daughter's calling me. Everybody want to call me when I'm doing a reading. Share this. Make sure y'all share the live. Hold on. Let me let her know real quick. All right, I'm back. All right, so sorry for that, y'all. I need to put my phone on silent. And basically, like I said, we're going to pull 3 cards for the collective to see what the new week holds for us energetically. All right. Let's scoot this way a little bit. All right, I pulled the tarot. And I have money. We've got a money oracle, money, career, and money oracle card. So we're going to tap into that for people that are having issues with trying to figure out what they need to do financial wise. We're going to figure it out here. All right. And then what other card do I have? How y'all feeling today? I hope everybody's feeling good. I'm a little tired. Like I said, I had an event a few days ago, so just trying to bounce back from that, you know. This one is endless soul money affirmations. So we always need that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Oh. All right. And we're going to do one more card. I'm all about self-care. I'm a big self-care person. I love to do self-care. Let me get that for us. Self-care. I'm on 2 platforms, y'all. I'm on YouTube and Instagram above that. So just to let y'all know what I'm doing. All right. And so I picked all the cards, and basically these cards are for seeing what this new week will hold for us energetically. This is for the collective. So I pulled 3 tarot cards. The first tarot card is for the energy that we're going to be exiting. So let's look at this. And there's Knight of Cups reversed. All right. So upright. Lord of Waves of Water. In this picture, the knight is kind of moving. He's leaving the situation. And so this card is reversed. So what this is telling me, my Knight of Cups reverse, is that the energy that we're moving away from or we're exiting is running away from situations and connections that I'm busy. Okay, come back. I'm live. Okay. What was I saying? Okay, the energy that we're exiting from is being avoidant and avoiding dealing with our emotions, confronting our emotions, situations that involve us to give more emotionally, have a little bit more emotional intelligence. That's the energy that we're leaving. So today, as of Sacred Sunday Reset, we're not bringing into the week running from our emotions. No matter how uncomfortable they are, we are going to move through situations, connections, conversations that are uncomfortable, in order for us to grow and to manifest the things that we want to manifest, better relationship, like I said, self-growth. And so again, this card, the Knight of Cups reverse, represents us moving away from being avoidant in situations and conversations and feeling uncomfortable. I know for me, my stomach is uncomfortable. I get anxiety, apprehension, but I know that I have to speak on things. I can't hold my emotions in. I can't avoid things emotionally. And if I do, it just hinders my growth and it just creates more conflict. So that uncomfortable situation is needed. And once you throw everything out there or just kind of, be at peace with speaking on your emotions and not running from them, things will start to work out. Hey, Roberto, for you. So I just went over card 1. We're talking about the energy What what is our energy looking like for next week? And so we're not being we're not avoiding our emotions. Sorry, y'all. I had a glitch. Card 2 is energy of the week ahead. All right. Got a lot of reverse. This is 3 of Wands reversed. And so upright, this is Lord of established strength. So what this is telling me that energy of the week is kind of, we're still in our resting phase. We need to focus on resting, relaxing, not trying to do too much, not trying to be aggressive, assertive, just more in our feminine energy. And this is for the men as well as the women. Feminine energy is an energy. It's not a, a gender per se, but we just want to be a little bit more relaxed. Things that you're doing right now have kind of been hit or miss because you're just trying to do everything. You're not waiting for spiritual signs, messages. You're just moving without really evaluating or processing what's happening because you're in panic mode. Maybe you have lost a job, you had a layoff, things are just not working for you, and you keep trying, you thinking taking control or being aggressive and not waiting for things, trying to make things happen. You think that's helping the situation, and it's honestly not helping the situation. All right. And so, again, this card represents the energy of the week ahead. And the energy of the week ahead is for us to relax. Stop trying to do too much. Just breathe. Just relax. For my earth signs, I know that's kind of hard because we like to work a lot. For my fire signs, I like to get stuff going. You're gonna have to kind of dim out that fire a little bit. Just relax. Focus on feeding the flame. The right things to keep that perfect fire, so to speak. Right. Air signs, y'all gotta land somewhere. Right. Y'all flying. Y'all wings are tired. You have to land somewhere. Water signs, you've been in tsunami mode. Now it's time for the waters to be still and be calm. Okay. Card 3, message from spirit to support us. All right. Type yes if card 1, the energy we're exiting, or card 2, energy of the week. Type yes if that resonates with you. Okay. And so card 3, message from spirit to support us. The blasted tower. The blasted tower. The blasted tower. And so what spirit is trying to tell us to support us is that things are going to crumble. There are some things they're gonna absolutely crumble, right? And it may be in this week if it hasn't already started. But just like the blasted tower, that foundation, that building, that structure was probably old. It needed to be demolition so that we can build new structure and build a new building on there, a new tower. Okay, so we're all in, not just you, me as well. I want to do a video later about things that I've been going through. That'll probably be like for subscribers and stuff like that. But yeah, we're all going through things. Things are getting shooken up a lot for us, and we need to embrace it. I know sometimes it's really hard to embrace when things are crumbling and falling apart around you. It's hard to kind of embrace that, but nonetheless, spirit says that it's going to crumble and we have to be prepared. We're preparing ourselves. That's why we need to rest, right? Card 2, that's why we need to rest, and that's why we need to not try to avoid uncomfortable situations, conversations, and grow our emotional intelligence, because we're going to need it for the new chapter that's in store, the new paradigm shift that we're currently experiencing. Okay. And so type yes if you resonate with this card. Type yes. All right. And so we're going to get into the Oracle deck because I do have some money things. And so what we got here, this says money. I am so grateful you are here. All right. So that's kind of speaking in abundance, understanding that everything you need is here. You just have to have that mind frame. And the back of the card says, she turns to me and says, I know it's hard sometimes. Feeling so understood, so at peace, hands clasped, we fall asleep. Waking up revived, I gaze at her fondly and admire how she rests in such calm certainty. Soul money. Thank you for your endless and steadfast assurance. Okay. And so our ancestors want us to know that we have abundance, and just understand that the money will show up. Once you believe, it's going to show up for you. If you don't believe you're not going to have money show up, it's not going to show up. All right. And so the next card that I have for the week ahead is for my people that are going through financial stuff. Money, action, unstoppable wealth follows, right? And this card is the unfulfilled. Ooh, I got an itch, a booby itch. You might be emotionally attached to a job that no longer serves you. Reflect on your wants and your needs and consider making a change. You're unhappy with your income because you're afraid to make changes. All right. And so that is money message for the week ahead. Unfulfilled. You are unfulfilled because you're not doing the things that you need to do to make the changes that you need to change to acquire the income that you would like to acquire. Okay. Type yes if you resonate with this card. Last card for the week ahead reading is flow like water. Flow like water. And again, this ties into message spirit had for us, which is things are going to crumble right now. And so you got to go with the flow. If you start overreacting, start breaking down, getting too overly excited, you're going to lose sight of the overall picture. So just flow like water. It's easier said than done. I know all of this, but we have to practice discipline. We have to practice discernment. And if you want things to happen the way you want it to, if you want to have main character energy and be the creator and the ruler of your own environment and paradigm shift, you have to level up in your discipline and your emotional intelligence. And when you want things in life, when you want more, you have to practice discipline. And that's really hard. And so for us, we're going to be practicing being adaptable to changes and the things that are going on, especially for this week, okay, that's coming up, especially for the week coming up. Type yes if you resonate with flowing like water, okay? And so that concludes our energy check-in. I just did a reading for what the new week holds for us energetically. I pulled 3 cards for the collective. The first card was for the energy that we're exiting. The second card was for energy of the week ahead. And the third card was the message to kind of support that. And then I pulled 3 oracle cards, self-care, and 2 money cards to kind of help us figure it all out. All right. And so that's my week ahead reading. Type yes if you resonate with the entire reading, certain aspects. Put in the comment below what really resonated with you. How did you feel after I pulled those cards? How did it make you feel? Do you feel like you have a plan? Do you feel like, I feel seen? Do you feel like you have support now from spirit and from your ancestors by connecting with me on this read? Let me know. Let me know. Real quick, I also want to remind you that you should be journaling. You should be journaling your goals, affirmations. You should have a journal everywhere you go. And guess who has journals? I have manifestation journals. If you click the link in my bio and you go to my link tree and go to my shop, you will see it here. And I highly recommend this needs to be filled up by the year. Okay? This needs to be filled up by the year. All right? Again, this is for journaling, your spiritual journey, whatever you need to do. Like I said, affirmations, goals, it needs to go into this. It comes in different colors. I have yellow and pink. The pink one is my personal one. I've already started writing in it. I'm going to give you all the points. Hey, darling. Started writing in it. Don't want to give you too much, but I had another one that I've had for years, and I just filled it up, and I looked at it, and I'm like, man, everything that I wrote in this journal, I damn near manifested. Some things I've had to carry over into this new journal, but ultimately, when you write down the things that you want to do, it happens. It literally happens. And so I highly recommend that you get this. It's my manifestation journal. Click the link in my bio, go to my link tree, go to shop, and get it, okay? There's a bunch of cool affirmations on here. Manifest and I ain't stopping nothing. Have a front seat to the glow up. Manifesting my reality. No limitations. Everything I desire. The limit does not exist, okay? All right. Girl, I got it from Amazon. I also have an Amazon storefront. So if you're interested in any wigs or anything, some of the cards that I use, perfumes and stuff, click on my Amazon storefront and you will get the link to the wig. Okay. I'm gonna make sure this one is updated in there because I just did a wig thing. But yes. And I get commission if you get it. So I greatly appreciate it if you go check out my Amazon storefront. All right, so we're off the journal. You understand that. Like I said, whenever you come to my lives or watch any replays, make sure you have a journal. If you don't have one, you need to get one. And then you need to get this one if you can. Okay? All right, moving on. So, I've got a script, y'all. I'm trying to be professional. At this point in the live, we're going to do live Q&A. And if you'd like a one-card pull for the week ahead, drop your name and a star in the chat. I'll pull for a few people. Remember, if you hear a message that feels meant for you, it probably is. Spirit speaks in many directions. All right, so this is the opportunity for you if you want a reading. Drop your name and your sign. Name your sign, and I'll go ahead and give you a reading. All righty. So we're just going to hold some space for that. We're going to hold some space for that. And until I get people that pop up, I think I'm going to... I don't want to get into the signs and then I have to stop and then forget where I'm coming from. Drop your name and your zodiac sign if you want a reading, y'all. I'm just going to pull some cards. Just going to pull some cards. All right. So this is the point in the live where you can get a reading. Okay. I will do a one-card pull. Also, share the live for me, y'all, on YouTube and Instagram. Make sure to share, subscribe, like the content. All right. One card pull. This is for my Pisces, since I have a Pisces zodiac sign on here. This is the moon card. And so whenever I get this card, I feel like something's going to be revealed. A secret is going to be revealed. It can either be at work, significant other, but either something you've been wanting to find out or a complete surprise, right? Just come out of nowhere. But it's definitely, for my Pisces out there, you're going to have some type of bombshell dropped on you by the end of the week. And I'm so sorry for that, but that's what the card said. My Geminis, Lord of Ruin, Ten of Swords. This week, Gemini, I need y'all to watch y'all mouth. How y'all talk to people, how you talk about yourself, your situation, things that you want to manifest. Gemini, you've been having a lot of negative energy. You're going through a lot. It's a lot of mental stress right now for you, Gemini. And so you've been just using a lot of foul language, just really upset and angry. And it's verbally, it's like word vomit. You can't even stop it. So Spirit is saying this is your confirmation or your, advice to stop, relax, zip it. If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing. But then you need to replace it. You need to start journaling and writing affirmations, doing something to replace those negative words that you're using towards yourself and other people about your situation. Gemini, you can't manifest because you're just being very negative, the things that you're speaking. Okay. Oh, we've got two cards that fell out, and I've got a message for Sagittarius, Capricorn, Scorpio, and Virgo. We have Temperance and we have the Hermit. Okay. And so this is for my Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpios, and Virgos. And so right now, Spirit is telling you that you need to stop following other people. I don't know if you're like doing training or, just entrepreneurship, just looking at other people and what they're doing. It's time for you to venture out on your own. You've been following for too long. Now it's time for you to follow, right? Venture out on your own. Be a loner. It's time to separate from the community with whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether it be financially, just people you may be attached to. Maybe you're tired of following around somebody. Separate yourself, and it's not in a bad way. You're not separating yourself because of anything bad. It's just time for you to separate and do your own thing on certain things. So I don't know if you've been like collabing with people for a while and you kind of just forgot about your own stuff. I know for me, because I'm a Capricorn, this was kind of my side thing for a while. I was in the corporate world, and I've had some changes in my life where I have to take the lead in my entrepreneurship and my personal business, right? So this definitely resonates with me. So Capricorns, Sagittarius, Scorpios, Virgos, let me know if you resonate with doing your own thing, stepping to the side, stepping away from the community to focus on you and whatever it is that you need to do, whatever you need to bring into fruition for the people, for the community, or just for yourself, for your own personal growth. All right, we're going to do a few more. This is a collective message for us all. There's no sign on here, and it's Princess of Swords. And so this is telling me that maybe this week you need to prepare for travel or get some type of plans going. If you want to have a vacation, start focusing on creating plans, looking at finances, budgets. If you want to plan a vacation or some type of outing or event, business-wise, start writing out things, strategize. Use Chat GPT to help you with your business, create plans, all types of things. I'm literally using Chat GPT right now to help me with the script for today, right? Usually I come on here and I'm just winging it. So I feel kind of good with a little, agenda and everything. I feel a little bit more professional. And so the more that I continue to go live, the easier it'll be for me. And so this is definitely telling us that we need to set up some things, traveling and business wise. Let's get a plan together. All right, I've got one more card that I'm gonna pull. If nobody wants to pop on here and get a reading, I also need to look at my data and see when y'all are on here, because I just kind of popped up and I didn't look at my chart to see like what would be the best times to go live. You know how that stuff goes. Also, you want to kind of break the algorithm too. All right, so another card fell out. We've got 4 of Cups, Cancer. Right, so this is for my Cancers, and it's basically saying that this week, anything that's boring you, that doesn't give you passion or drive, you're not motivated to do it, I wouldn't do it. Stop wasting your energy on things that you're not necessarily really feeling right now. That's not filling your cups up, right? The imagery on this card, it's 4 cups, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, and like a plant. And the plant is like water's coming from the plant, but the water's only going into the 2 cups at the top, and it's spilling over into the bottom cups, but it's not staying in the bottom cup. So just no emotional pleasure. This week, if it doesn't give you pleasure, you need to work on cutting it out of your life or figuring out how to mitigate it. And this is not from the cards from earlier where we want to avoid confrontation. This is just about doing things that you just don't want to do anymore, that just don't have the passion, that just don't get it going for you anymore. It could be, and if it's work, which is really hard to just like, I want to get away from work. We need to create a plan and start working on how we can move away from situations and environments that are not fulfilling to us anymore, right? All right, so those are some quick readings for the collective and for some select zodiac signs that popped up on the cards. Let me know any of them signs if it resonates with you. Type yes on the replay. Let me know, okay? All right, let's see. Let's move on, see what we got. All right, so if you'd like to go deeper this week for a personal reading, I am available. I have limited spots for private readings and spiritual strategy sessions, and the link will be in the description. Okay. Also, I'm going to be creating a circle 30-day manifestation circle. Okay. And one of the requirements is going to be that you're going to need this journal. So make sure you get it. Okay. And it says here that my next live is going to be Thursday, and it's going to be Love in Alignment Tarot Talk. So we're going to get into love and relationships on Thursday. And again, if you'd like to go deeper with a personal reading, reach out to me. I have limited spots for private sessions. Also, if you have an event coming up and you want a reader there, make sure you click the link in the description to book me. Get a quote, okay? Very, very simple. So, thank you for sharing space with me. I don't take your presence for granted. This week, I want you to remember, you don't have to force what flows. You don't have to chase what's already aligned. May your week be soft, sacred, and divinely protected. And until next time, walk in light, speak with power, and stay in alignment. Okay? Talk to you later.